Welcome to Hospital Horrors, where we explore unsettling true stories from real hospitals and medical facilities. These are the cases whispered about during night shifts, the incidents that never make it into training manuals, and the moments medical staff don't forget, even years later. At exactly 2:47 a.m. on a cold November night in 2019, something happened in Ward C of St. Margaret's Regional Hospital that permanently changed how the night shift staff viewed their workplace. What began as a routine evening escalated into an incident so disturbing that 3 nurses requested immediate transfers, and hospital administration quietly launched an internal investigation. The most unsettling part was not what that investigation uncovered. It was what it didn't. Before we dive into tonight's story, if you enjoy spine-chilling tales from real hospitals and medical facilities, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We upload new terrifying true stories every week, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. St. Margaret's Regional Hospital was built in 1962, a sprawling 7-story complex with over 400 beds. Like many hospitals from that era, it had been expanded repeatedly over the decades, resulting in long corridors, aging infrastructure, and systems that didn't always behave as expected. Ward C occupied the entire 3rd floor and was reserved for long-term care patients. These were individuals who required extended supervision, but were not considered critically ill. 42 rooms lined 2 parallel hallways that met at a central nursing station, a layout that allowed staff to monitor activity from both sides of the ward. The night shift in Ward C ran with a skeleton crew: 3 registered nurses, 1 nursing assistant, and a security guard who made rounds every 2 hours. On this particular night, the team included Sarah Chen, a veteran nurse with 12 years of experience, Marcus Williams, who had been working nights for 8 months, and Jennifer Hayes, newer to St. Margaret's, but experienced in geriatric care. The nursing assistant was David Rodriguez, and security rounds were handled by Tom Mitchell. The shift began uneventfully. At 11 p.m, Sarah conducted standard patient checks and documented that 41 rooms were occupied. Room 318 was empty, as it had been for 3 weeks following the discharge of its previous patient, an elderly man recovering from pneumonia. Just after midnight, Jennifer noticed something unusual while reviewing charts at the nursing station. The electronic monitoring board indicated activity from room 318. According to the system, the call button had been pressed. That shouldn't have been possible. When rooms were unoccupied, their call systems were disconnected. Sarah suggested it was likely an electrical issue. Older hospitals were notorious for wiring problems, especially during colder months when heating systems strained the infrastructure. They made a note and continued working. At 1:15 a.m, the call button activated again. This time, Marcus saw it happen. The red light illuminated above room 318, and the electronic chime echoed through the quiet ward, loud enough to disturb patients in nearby rooms. There was no ignoring it now. Following protocol, Sarah, Marcus, and David walked down the dim corridor to investigate. As they approached room 318, the call light shut off on its own. The door was locked. Inside, the room was undisturbed. The bed was neatly made, no personal belongings, no medical equipment plugged in. The call button lay coiled on the bedside table, unplugged from the wall. They checked the bathroom, the closet, and behind the privacy curtain. Nothing. Sarah documented the incident and submitted a maintenance request, though none of them voiced the question lingering in their minds. A disconnected button shouldn't register activity. At 2:47 a.m, the call button from room 318 activated again. This time, it didn't stop. The chime repeated at steady intervals, as though someone were pressing and releasing the button deliberately. Security was called immediately. Tom Mitchell arrived within minutes and accompanied the staff back to the room. The hallway felt colder now. Overhead lights flickered faintly as they walked. The door was still locked. Before anyone touched it, the call light shut off. Inside, nothing had changed. By morning, multiple incident reports had been filed. Maintenance inspected the wiring, replaced components, and tested the system repeatedly. No faults were found. The system logs clearly recorded multiple call activations, each originating from room 318. There was no mechanical explanation. Within a week, Sarah, Marcus, and Jennifer all requested transfers to different departments. Hospital administration approved them without hesitation. Room 318 remained locked and unused for the rest of the year. Staff who still work nights at St. Margaret's say the call system has since been upgraded. But even now, there's an unspoken rule on Ward C. If room 318 ever lights up again, no one goes alone. Because whatever pressed that call button in 2019 never appeared on a camera, a chart, or an investigation report, and no one has ever been able to explain why.